What you're looking at right now is a Sony Cybershot f707. This was a common camera used in the early 2000s, and it took videos like this. This is the Greek yogurt Nilla wafer bowl. I don't really know the macros, but this is Fairlife fat-free milk, so it's probably about 30 grams of protein. With this camera, and many others, a new file type was born, .3GP. And with this file type came many videos posted to YouTube. And when searching any title with .3GP at the end, the results are very strange, and very dark. Welcome to the wacky world of .3GP. Here are my findings. When scrolling through videos late at night, I came across a video titled Leatherface.3GP, and when clicking on the video, I was met with what I could only describe as a man wearing a very creepy mask, and joking around with his friends that you could hear in the background. There's not really that much context to the video, and at first it seems pretty innocent. However, it's when I took a look in the comments when things got much darker. Oh, that's a cartel member wearing someone's face. After reading that comment, I took a closer look at the video, and I was immediately shocked at what I was watching. It's hard to tell since it's so low quality, but when taking a closer look at the video, it was in fact a cartel member wearing someone's face. The first thing I wanted was more information, so I clicked on the account that posted the video, and I was met with hundreds of other videos, just like this one, all posted by the same person. In fact, Leatherface.3GP was only the tip of the iceberg, because after scrolling through the videos on the account, there was just blatant gore with very disturbing thumbnails that I can't show here. Unfortunately, I was not able to find any more information on Leatherface. However, I did find more information about the account that's posting these videos. I just saw this weird YouTube channel. It has titles like Asubabawana.3GP, which is a weird search from a few years ago. I've actually come across this YouTube channel before. Seems like it's exploiting the low quality of the videos to avoid the YouTube bot censorship. I reported that channel multiple times last year. YouTube did nothing about it. They also have a second channel with a similar name posting the same weird videos. When clicking on the link posted by this Reddit user, I was brought to yet another YouTube channel, all with similar content. To be fair, the channel's content is a lot more tame than the last. However, there was still very disturbing thumbnails and videos on the account that shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. So, why is it? Well, YouTube uses 3 systems to moderate content: frame analysis, audio analysis, and metadata analysis. It can be very difficult for YouTube to pick up bad content with such low quality videos. But not only that, when clicking on his most popular video, the audio is overridden by a song, making it pretty much undetectable. In all honesty, this YouTube channel is probably owned by some 12-year-old who has nothing better to do than get shock value out of gore videos on YouTube. However, I still question whether this had any deeper meaning, since most of the posts are no more than just a year old. There's a common practice called train hopping. It's when a person does not buy a ticket for a train and just jumps onto the side of it or even the top and holds on in hopes of reaching their destination. This video is just that. In the video, you can see a group of men all holding on to the side of a train that is moving pretty fast. Keep in mind that trains typically go anywhere from 40 to 60 miles per hour, so what these men are doing is very dangerous. Well, obviously. However, one of these men appeared to be struggling to hold on. If you zoom in, you can see that he is practically reaching over someone just to keep a grip. What's even more terrifying though, is the train is passing large poles at very high speed. And not to mention, he's leaning back quite a bit, getting dangerously close to these poles. It's hard to make out the audio due to high speeds causing sound distortion, but I can only hear what I can make out as yelling, possibly coming from this man and many others on the train. Shortly after, he would end up losing his grip and fall. The sad part is, we do not know who this man is, and if he had a family. This could have very well been this man's last seconds, recorded and uploaded to YouTube for almost 7,000 people to see. At speeds that high, falling off almost guarantees your death. However, this is not the only video that involves a train incident, because in a last-ditch attempt to find out who this person was, or even where this happened, I searched train.3gp in hopes of getting the same video, but longer, or more context in the description. But instead, I was met with another video, titled, Real Train Attack, Be Alert. However, this was far from a train attack. The person in the video leaped in front of a train, and got hit at a very high speed. However, I soon realized that the person who jumped in front of the train was not alone, as you can see them walking towards the train with another person next to them. I can only imagine what the person who did not get hit is feeling. They quite literally saw whoever they were walking with get hit by a train that they avoided just by a few inches. I hope the person who got hit survived. However, it would be a miracle if they walked away unharmed. If people blatantly dying can slip through YouTube's guidelines in moderation, that begs the question, what else can? Well, unfortunately, after scrolling on Reddit, I came across a video titled ValentineEllistaldi.3gp, and after clicking on the link the Reddit user included on their post, I was brought to a literal video of an autopsy. But it didn't just show a dead body. It was a full in-depth autopsy of Valentine Elizalde, also known as, please bear with me, El Gallo de Oro, or the Golden Rooster, who was a Mexican singer who was shot dead after performing his last show in Reynosa. The video shows multiple different autopsy perspectives, with one showing their face getting peeled back and another angle of organs getting pulled out of them. The video itself is gut-wrenching. However, what is even more disturbing is the background music. The song playing in the background, please bear with me again, I don't speak Spanish, Amis and Amigos, which is one of his most popular songs that he played at his last show. However, this song has much more significance than just getting the video to pass YouTube guidelines. As I said, this song was played at his last show, and it has a lot of history. The song is honoring El Chapo, who is the leader of the Sinaloa cartel. However, the area that he was performing the song was controlled by Los Zetas, who were in current conflict with Sinaloa. So, when he decided to perform the song not once, but twice, it sparked outrage in some of the crowd. This one decision to play the song at the show could have very well led to his death, when at 3 a.m. he would leave his show in a black SUV when two vehicles would start chasing it, eventually catching up and firing 50 to 60 rounds at the car, killing Valentine instantly. His body would then be transported to a funeral home nearby, and 3 employees would ultimately be responsible for the video being leaked on YouTube. The video I showed you at the beginning of this segment was the last concert Valentine would perform, which would ultimately lead to his death, creating one of the most eerie 3GPs on YouTube to this day. With YouTube comes a lot of disturbing and weird content. This platform has been a thing for over 20 years, so there is a lot more that I wanted to talk about. If you would like me to do a part 2, let me know in the comments, as this was a fun video to research. 3GPs can be one of the most funny or disturbing videos on the planet. I appreciate the history they bring, either way.
We shine a light upon you.
The light.